and I've even heard reports that we pay U.S. Taliban and other warlords money for security. So we're even engaging in some of the corruption. What about some of the other lies, that this is going to bring democracy? Well, that hasn't been the case either. And then, what about the situation on the ground? The situation on the ground there is that unemployment rate is conservatively 40% or more. There's a lot of drug trade because it's one of the few ways that people can make money. And children are not going to school. There isn't electricity. There hasn't been money spent on things in the infrastructure such as water. So how is this going to lead to democracy? Aside from that, let's think about it. 9 years that we've been in Afghanistan, and now I think they're talking about a transition date of 2014. And meanwhile, what will happen? What will happen? Well, I've heard it was extended. I've heard they're talking about an extension beyond 2012 now. Anyway, what have we got going on? A lot of us realize that here in this country, under Clinton, for better or for worse, we had no budget deficit. And then we had Bush, and we also had the Downing Street memos and the outing of Valerie Plame. If you haven't seen the Fair Game film, you should see it. And the war on terrorism cranked up, the budget cranked up, the internal surveillance cranked up, and the defense budget, so-called, cranked up. And now we have huge deficits. And what are we being told? We're being told that, well, what we have to do is we have to cut Social Security. We should be working until we're 70 years old. What are we told? We're told that, we can't have school lunch programs. We can't have schools. And everybody's going to have to tighten their belt, even though we've already got a 10% unemployment rate. And we've got no increase in wages for most people, and we've got a bill in Congress, or Congress acting on so-called tax cuts, which mean that for most people they're going to end up paying more taxes unless they're part of that upper 1 or 2%.